Hello, this is Danny Allen, CTO of Desktone. You might know Desktone as a software platform that enables service providers to offer cloud-hosted virtual desktops. Well, today I want to talk to you about an exciting new capability that we've added of not only delivering desktops, but also applications as a cloud service. This is an important capability because we've heard for a long time that the PC is dead or the desktop is dead. Now, we don't believe that. What is true is that that physical asset that you used to use of a piece of hardware sitting underneath your desktop has evolved. And now it depends on a very complex environment where we're interacting with business applications, cloud-hosted applications, operating system from many different devices. So we need to think about evolving the desktop, transforming the workspace into a new model of delivery. We believe that the first step in this is to migrate to a virtual desktop. First of all, it's more secure. If you lose a laptop, you're losing all the data on it. You can't lose something that is centrally managed and controlled from the cloud. You also get higher performance. You get a simplified deployment. It's very flexible and very easy to move to a virtual desktop. But that's not the end of the journey. The next step is to extend that virtual desktop to work with new and different and transformational devices, and eventually to migrate onto a virtual workspace where all of the user services and entitlements are on demand with integrated security and integrated into the business environment. So with the Desktone Platform, one of the things that we have done for a number of years is to offer both full desktops, Windows 7 and Windows 8. We also offer user sessions, most often used for non-persistent desktops, and technically these are RDS-based desktops. What we're talking about now is adding an exciting new capability, which is applications. So let's talk about the use cases for remote application delivery from a cloud service. There's really two primary ones that we have seen. So the first is an employee mobile strategy, and the purpose of this is to enable an end user, rather than connecting to a full desktop, because it might be from an iPhone or from an iPad or an Android, to enable them to get directly to the application that allows them to be more effective as an employee. This solves one of the challenges that the organization has in IT, which is bring your own device. If someone is bringing their own tablet, how do I enable them to use that to be effective? And so with a mobile strategy using the Desktone platform, you can give them direct access to the applications on their virtual desktop. It's part of that extend of this transformational journey. The second use case is for a corporate application store, and this is one that we have seen for a number of years. You might have a contractor or an external worker where you don't want to give them a full desktop, but you do want to give them access to the corporate environment. And this helps to save money, reduce complexity. And we're leveraging very same technology in both of these models, but for two very different use cases. So having said this, let's take a look at a demo. We're going to do this with two different scenarios. The first is that an IT administrator has received a phone call from his CEO, Nathan Rochon, saying, I love the cloud-hosted virtual desktop, it's great, but last night, you know what, I was trying to access it from my iPad and it wasn't very intuitive to go into the whole desktop. Can you just give me PowerPoint from my tablet rather than the full desktop? So the IT administrator says, hey, I can do that, and he comes to the service provider portal and he logs into what we call the Enterprise Center, where all of the desktops are managed and maintained, all a web-based interface. There is a pool in here specifically for executives. I know that the CEO's desktop is part of this pool, and you can see that it's running gold pattern, which is Windows 7, 64-bit. And what I'm going to do is say that all of the machines in this pool can connect directly to applications that they have. So I'll put a few ones in here for the CEO. First of all, I'm going to give him access to My Documents, which is a very convenient way for him to remotely browse all of his files. So I add that application. Now he indicated that he wanted PowerPoint, but I'll be generous and also give him Word. I'll add this application, and lastly he asked for PowerPoint. And I add those applications, I save it, and my work is done. With a few clicks of the mouse as an IT administrator, I've enabled mobility for my executive. So let's go look at what he would see. I can show that to you through the user portal, and I'll log on as the CEO. He puts in his credentials, and you can see that he has a list of all his entitlements. He has access to his desktop, to data, to applications. Now the traditional way that he would have connected from that tablet would have been to tap on Windows 7, and as Desktone has been doing for a long time, he can give them direct access to that whole environment. But sometimes the interface is not very friendly in the mobile world. So rather than having the CEO say, I am going to open the entire desktop and go to PowerPoint, he can do one of two things. He can either click on PowerPoint and just open the PowerPoint application, or maybe another way to do it is to click on My Documents. And rather than dropping him into the whole operating system, he just shows him, here's your documents from that cloud-hosted virtual desktop. And he finds one that he's looking for, he double-clicks on it, and you'll see that this PowerPoint is actually running on that virtual machine out on the cloud. So very intuitive way with our platform to publish both applications, desktops, and data. So that's one use case, which is the mobility use case. The second use case is for users who might not have their own virtual desktop running out in the cloud, and all they really need is applications. And a good example of this is I just added a brand new user to my Active Directory. His name was David Shaw, and rather than giving him access to a desktop, because he didn't need that, he really just needed access to a corporate app portal where I have a number of supported applications. And all he has to do is log into this portal and he sees that corporate application store. Now one of the applications in here which is somewhat unique is Notepad. The reason why I'm going to show you Notepad is to show you that these applications are not running on a desktop-based operating system. Instead, these applications, if I go to Help About Notepad, you'll see that these are running from a server. And so we support both models. If you're just trying to enable mobility for users who have a virtual desktop, you can go in, add that very, very quickly. Click a few buttons, enable direct access for mobile devices. We also support this second model, again, very friendly interface, but this second model that is a corporate app store where applications might be better managed centrally than in a decentralized environment. So that was the demo. We're very excited to be telling you and launching this new initiative around not just desktops, not just applications either, but really this transformational journey as we move from a virtual desktop to a workspace that comes as a service from your service provider. Thanks.